So the question for you, Ramzy, how can we help amplify the wealth of ideas and messages in it to reach people? Apart from buy it, of course.
Yes, of course. Once you buy it, I think the second point is going to be uh, to remember that at the end of the day, it is the centrality of the Palestinian voice and the Palestinian narrative that should dominate any discourse on liberation. We can't be on the sidelines in a discussion about this. And this has been going on for a long, long time. Quite often, we find ourselves an audience to someone else's conversation about this. Think about it this way. For example, in US Senate hearings, quite often you have discussions on Palestine in which the expert is pro-Israel and the defender of Palestinians may be anti-Zionist Jewish scholar, and the ones who are making the judgment are mostly white men, American men, and the Palestinian is not even present, even though the discussion is essentially about Palestine. This is kind of pretty much been the dominant way of digesting, dissecting, and understanding Palestine in the West. And quite often we actually find this ailment in our own solidarity movement because we are being told, well, you see, because of the way you are depicted in the media, we become almost like a liability to ourselves. But the truth is, I mean, those 30 top intellectuals who have been living, I mean, engaged intellectuals living the experience on a daily basis for decades, these people are a small sampling of a much larger intellectual body of Palestinians in Palestine and across the world. I think we can be, in fact, we are more than qualified to represent ourselves. So I think that should be a starting point once you read the book, is to try to imagine what would the discourse be with Palestinians sitting at the heart of it and communicating the main message. And also there is an implicit message in the book about solidarity. In fact, if you notice that all the endorsements come from non-Palestinians and all the contributions come from Palestinians, as if we are trying to say there's a message there. Solidarity is not when you take my place. Solidarity is when you stand by my side and try to create networks, support me, help me to communicate my message, but not to replace me. And I think that comes quite clear throughout the book.
Thank you, Ramzy.